Hey, my name is Rushil and I am the child of one true King. The story of my life, my testimony, is not just made up of one story that just happened overnight. It's actually something that I went through recently. And I've been a Christian all my life. I was born into a Christian family, but I never really knew who God was or who Jesus was until about senior year in high school. I was saved in the 7th grade, but it didn't really hit me till later on. And so in senior year in high school, I got into a relationship with a girl that I really shouldn't have. But now that I look back into it, I'm kind of glad that I did because I learned a lot from it. But I felt that at that time she was placed there by God for me. And so I went after it not knowing anything about it. And I just spent so much time with her. Before she came into my life, I used to spend so much time with God. I used to read my Bible every day, used to pray every day. But after her, things just kind of started to change. I still read my Bible, but I still wasn't as close to God because I was spending more time with her. And so for 9 months, I was just away from God. Usually, it just gradually led to me being away from God, and I just didn't really feel anything at that time. I just felt like this was the right thing for me to do. In fact, I felt that God was actually leading me to this. And so the summer of 2010, I remember I went through a terrible breakup because my parents found out that I had a relationship behind their backs, and so they were extremely upset with me. They have had all the high expectations from my life, and we've been really close. And so seeing somebody that getting so mad and getting so upset at me was very heartbreaking to me and very discouraging at the time. And so they told me that I shouldn't have done any of this. Like they just straight up, they were so upset. I still remember the looks on their faces were the most angriest looks ever. And so I decided that, well, this is it. You know, they don't love me. They're the most important people of my life. And if they don't love me, then nobody else loves me. And so I just decided that summer was going to be the last summer I've ever seen. And so I woke up one day, and I had a test to go take, an online class that I was taking. And that day I decided that this was going to be the end of my life. And I remember it was June 15, 2010. And I will never forget that day because I just woke up and I typed a letter on the computer saying that this is it, Mom and Dad. I'm really sorry for all the things that I've done, and I'm really sorry that I got into a relationship with this girl and I shouldn't have. And I'm just pretty much apologizing for everything that I've done in my life. And I wrote that letter, and I decided that there was going to be two things. One, that I was going to run on the opposite side of the highway with my car. But then I thought about that. I was like, well, it's a new car, and I don't really want it to get damaged or anything, and the insurance rate's going to be high, so I decided, you know what, that's not going to be the right way. So I decided instead to park my car on the side of this cliff on Highway 82, and I was going to leave the key in there, unlock the door, and step out in front of the first semi-truck that came by. But that all changed. And the way it changed is that day when I was writing the letter, as I printed it out, put it on an envelope, I walked out in my front yard. My mom was working in the yard, and you know, I was just going to say goodbye one last time, and she would never know that was be my last goodbye. And I was just going to be like, if she gets mad at me, then this is it. But if she even gives me a sign that she still loves me, then maybe I'll rethink all this. And so I went to her, tried to give her a hug, but it just didn't happen. And so she got really mad at me, and I just turned around and started walking away, a little bit disappointed, but still expected that. But she said, as I was walking away, she said, "Rushil, good luck." And she gave me this one smile. And I'm telling you right now, I will never forget that one smile, because that smile, hadn't it been for that smile, I would not be sitting here talking to you guys and telling you my testimony, because I would have not been here. I don't even want to imagine what would have happened. And that smile literally changed my entire life, and I threw that letter away. And the thing that you all can get out of this is that God placed her there at that time, at that exact time, to give me that one smile, because he knew where I was headed. He knew that decision for my life was not right, and he wanted me to be here because somebody in the audience needs to hear this message. And I hope what you get out of this message is that same thing that I got out of this message. One, life is too precious to do anything with it. Trust me, I went through this. I'm telling you this for a reason. Do not give up on anything that you do. Two, do not rush into a relationship that you don't know where you're getting into. Always, always pray about it first. That's the first thing. You want God's confirmation. And just because it seems like God's leading that person there does not mean that that might be the case. So always pray about him and ask him for the right path. And that's not what I did. And now that's what I learned. 3, always respect your parents. See what they see what they want you to do in life as well, because they have the best interest for you. And I just encourage everybody to just come to Wesley. Try to bring some friends here this semester, and it's just been an encouraging environment with Hugh, Katie, the band that plays at the Wesley. They're doing an amazing job, and I just encourage all y'all to just spend time with each other. Encourage one another, and getting small groups if you can. I was led to a small group this semester, and I asked God, if you want me to express myself through a small group, please let me do so. And literally the next day, a guy at Pine Lake came up to me and was like, "You want to lead a small group?" And he was a door greeter, and I was like, "What? Like, what the heck?" This is not even random. This is not even a coincidence. And so I just encourage you all to just get in small groups and discuss your problems out. Like, just spill them out. It doesn't have to be a professional, formal environment or anything. Just spill them out and let somebody know if you need any help, because I went through that phase of depression for a long time, and I'm so glad I'm out of it. I'm so happy now, because every time I go through something in my life, I always look up to God, and I always thank him for organizations like Wesley and BSU and RUF and things like that. So I just encourage you all to be plugged in and just continually read his word, especially Psalms 121 verses 1 and 2. Check it out. Thank you.